All right, guys, it's about 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's January the 31st, 2026. I'm going to start a new update, I guess you will call it right now, at the end of each month. And in that way, if y'all following along with me in my fight against diabetes, you can see where I've progressed or non-progress. All right, looking at the handy dandy chart, which will be going away today, I have dropped my metformin. That was on January the 16th. I never liked that. It made me sick as a dog. I've been on it for 8 or 9 years, but I just never liked it. So that's the first drug I cut out. If you remember, my goal is to cut out every one of these. But I decided, trying to figure a way of getting the glare off for y'all. I'm going to work mainly on diabetes. Once I get it major under control, work on blood pressure. But here's something kind of interesting. I had this magical day here on January the 5th. Don't know why. But if you look, my blood sugar, I took it, 4 times that day, and it was in range all day that day, which is what I want to see. But then if you see my blood pressure, it was in range that day too. So I do believe if I can get the diabetes under control, the blood pressure will be under control. My blood pressure, I mean, I have days that are bad, but on the average, this is about what that runs. Sometimes higher, sometimes lower. Most of the time in that range. I'll put a picture of the chart. That way you can look at it if you want to study it a little bit. The main thing about it is I am not, I guess right now I'm just not going to be focused on doing blood pressure. I got to do one thing at a time. I am on, let's see, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Week 21 of this journey. I've really only been showing it for the last few months. But I'm going to get more into it. And like I said, at the end of each month, I'm going to try to let you know what I've accomplished this month. Not just including working out and stuff like that, but even things around the house, because I got to get busy, man. I've got to get busy. Today is deadlift day, and so I think I'll talk to y'all in between sets. I'm starting back. It's the only second time I've done any deadlifts at all. And this machine here gives me a little bit of cheat. And my knees, I guess that's one thing we could discuss. Everything is feeling great on me except for my knees. Man, they have been bothering me a lot. I'm fixing to try to pick up some supplements, trying to help them out a little bit, and that's why I'm starting here, because I don't have to go down quite so deep. But we'll slowly work our way up, and I'll get back to you. All right, guys, let's start with protein. If y'all been following around, you know that I was eating at least 200 grams every day. About halfway through this month, I kind of slowed down on my protein. I wasn't finding it doing too much good for me in my gym. The main problem I'm having is I'm not eating enough. I'm cutting my carbs to very low, probably less than, I don't know, 60 grams a day. And I'm just not able to keep weight on my body. I know it's good for some of y'all, but bad for me. If you notice, January the 1st, I was 225 pounds. Now remember, I'm 6'5", but I have managed to get up to 229 pounds on January the 31st. And I know everybody's thinking, well, I could eat pizza one night and get there. Well, yeah, you can, but when you start eating nothing but protein, it's basically like you're on a diet, even though you don't want to be on a diet. It's just the way I'm having to eat now to keep my sugar low. I think next month, I believe the end of next month I go back to the doctor and I'll get a new A1C and we'll see exactly where I'm at. I do have my chart. I looked it up and I was 10.5. I was telling you I was 12.5. That was actually when I got out of the hospital 2 years ago. So I was 10.5, which is horrible on an A1C. You're shooting for 5. I know I'll be well below that, but I'm shooting for 5, which I think I've been told virtually impossible once you become a diabetic, but that's what I'm going for. I think I can do it with no medication, and I am working hard for it. And I've been pretty bad about keeping up with the over-the-counter stuff. Still trying to get that glare off there. I've added a few things to it, and I'll add them at the beginning of next month, which is tomorrow. But I think my goal is in February I'm gonna try to gain 5 more pounds. So I'd like to weigh 235 by the end of February. I want to gain some weight, but I don't want to gain massive weight. I feel like right now, even though I'm up 5 or 6 pounds, I feel leaner than I was. So that's what I want to keep it as. I don't want to get a big bulk going on here and getting all swole up and everything. So I'm gonna try to add really, really slow and see what I can do. All right, let me get my set. Moved up the weight a little bit, and then I'll get back with you. All right, guys, for you that's been watching my videos for a while, I did get my frame in. My little Super Friends poster, and that lighting's so bad in here. Out this way. Looks really nice. I will be getting this hung probably today. I'll show you where I put it. All right, I'm gonna move out to the garage. That's where a lot of the projects are gonna be happening next month. It's pretty cold today, so it's not happening today. I think today and tomorrow are supposed to be our coldest days. I'm also bringing back eBay starting tomorrow. So I'll show you what I'm gonna do to that room too. This will be it for the diabetes part right this minute, but I'll catch back up with you in the garage. I did manage to move the weight up a little bit. And I know what you're thinking, that's no weight. I haven't really been lifting heavy at all since I've been back these last 21 weeks. But I'm getting ready to start trying to push a little weight again. I'm feeling a little better now that my body weight's up a tad bit. I mean, I had gotten all the way down to 212. I was really having a hard time getting my weight back on. But so we'll see, and I'll probably do another episode like this when we get to February, showing what the new goals for February would be, and then we'll work our way out from there. But I'll see you in the garage. Well, it's February the 1st, guys, and it is cold outside. Oh, hell no. Time to go back inside. No, that's below 20. And as usual, we had another nightmare here. So things have changed completely. I'll get back with y'all shortly. Today was supposed to be the triumphant return of the eBay room, but and you can't see it on here, but it's about 52 degrees in here right now. Yeah, that's it, folks. That was my nightmare. My wife came over here. For y'all that don't know, my wife's mom is living in our second house back here. And she came over last night to find out that she was had the stove on, wide open, with the door open. And, you know, didn't mention to tell us that the heat had quit working in the house. It's just crazy stuff. So anyhow, we had to evacuate her from over here into our house now, which I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's a total nightmare. So anyhow, things are kind of disrupted right now, and this heat and air in this house is up in the attic, so I can't get to it, but I wouldn't be able to fix it anyhow. So I'm at the mercy of the heat and air now, so we're going to call around today and see if we can line somebody up for Monday morning, I hope. And then, oh yeah, I forgot to mention our water line busted in the front yard about a week ago. The main line, not our line. But guess what? They're coming Monday or Tuesday to shut the water off to fix the main line and cut up our driveway to total hell. So, all right, guys, about a week ago, we came by our front yard and we noticed a little river going across the concrete. So I got my wife to call the water company while we were out. I let them know they had a leak in the main line of the subdivision. Well, they actually showed up the very next day. The leak was right here. And I'm filming this in case of a lawsuit coming up. I don't know. These guys, I used to deal with them a lot when I worked for AT&T. And they were kind of out there. That's been years ago, so maybe it's a whole new crew. Yeah, the guys called us. They had my wife's number, so they called her back. And they were asking her about it, you know. The first thing the guy did was like, hey, check out my Facebook page. You know, like, why does he want to check out your Facebook page? It's kind of what we're dealing with here, guys. And it's funny because I had warned her about them before we even got that call. Well, anyhow, so they came out and they found the leak, dug this little hole, and then they showed back up. But here's the thing that was funny. On that same phone call, they asked my wife, we have a concrete drive here. And the guy actually asked her, do you want us to put the concrete back or you want to leave it dirt? I mean, I can't even understand their logic on that. And it kind of scares me as they've cut these pieces out here. And I'm kind of getting that feeling as soon as this, of course, this one's even broken. I got a feeling when they go to put it back together, they're just going to throw those pieces back in there and call it done. I'm thinking on it is they need to go from the line all the way to another line, do a whole section. But I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to do. I got a feeling this is not going to look pretty. Really just wanted to kind of get it on tape. That way y'all can see the drama as it happens. Because I do feel like I've seen what they've done to other people's yards here, and it's terrible. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. More on that story too. Life sucks right now, guys. It's just unimaginable at my house right now. But anyhow, life goes on. And let me get this one eBay order out. And my job was I was going to clean this room out today, but geez, man, I don't even want to know if I want to come over here. It's so cold. Anyhow, let me get this order wrapped up, and I don't know why this box is in here. And I'll get back with y'all. Alright guys, well, it's around lunchtime now, and it's definitely getting warmer out here. I think the worst of the cold is over with. We had a little cold snap come through here, so I promise you I'm going to get back to the regular videos here very shortly. It's just been too cold, man. We're Mississippi people. We're not used to 20-degree weather or less. Ugh, that's cold. Alright, let me get inside and I'll talk to you guys on the next one.